What's cracking YouTube? Problem here, and today, guys, I'm coming at you with the final week of online qualifier breakdowns, my thoughts, and I'm going to just break down what Major 4 is going to be looking like for this week. And tomorrow, not tomorrow, and Wednesday, I will be coming out with my Major 4 bracket prediction. But before we go any further, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button, drop a comment in the comment section below. I greatly appreciate it, and thank you everybody for all the love and support on the channel. So, first series of the day, we have Gelmates versus OpTic Texas. This one goes in favor of Gelmates in a 3-2 fashion. Notes about this series, OpTic, they definitely fumbled the maps 1 and 4 with the rotations, and in the map 4, Shotzi shoots Kismet's body, and Kismet, it's like whenever you shoot the Bulldog's body, the Bulldog comes to play and he will bark, and in this case, take the victory over OpTic. So GG's to Gelmates, they win 3-2 and going into the next series on Friday. This one of Royal Ravens versus Rocker should have been a 3-0 in favor of Ravens, but Rocker, they get done in a 3-1 fashion. So for the one map that Royal Ravens win on red card, it comes down to single rotation, nail biter ending with on, I believe it was Garage Point. A lot of the maps end on Garage, I feel like. So going into the Hossie search, this one, Royal Ravens definitely threw and trolled. And the reason why I'm saying that Royal Ravens troll is because it goes all the way to game. It goes all the way to round 11. Ravens are up in lives, and they, instead of staying together to get that last guy, they go separately and basically solo chow, and Rocker steal the map. Now, Procol, it goes all the way to round 5. Slasher gets opening on A point, and it's like, okay, Slasher's opened a massive lane for his teammates. They're going to get this round done. It's going to be a 2-1 in favor of Ravens. Oh no, it's not. Rocker, they seal up the map 3. A little bit of a nail biter, I feel like. And the map for Rocker were just in driver's seat. Nothing really to talk about for Skyline. Here, Breach versus Thieves. It was a masterclass smoke show, all in favor of Thieves. Nothing really to talk about. Thieves, it's like Thieves, they definitely murdered Breach easily. In the vault, Cammy went 9-25, and I could not believe what I was seeing. So going in Saturday, we have FaZe versus Falcons. This one, I have to give credit to FaZe for putting up a 3-0 to end their online stint. For notes I want to give about FaZe, in the rewind, it's a 1-3. Falcons are up by 2 rounds, and FaZe, they rip 5 rounds in a row to seal map 2 in favor of them. And in the Hossie control, FaZe is up 2-0 in the series. Falcons, they have strong defense up. I'm like, okay, Falcons, they're probably going spawn trap. Hossie's probably going to be a 3-1 in favor of FaZe. And FaZe, they break the backs of Falcons, they break the defensive spawn trap setup, and they steal the map in a 3-0 fashion in a 3-0 in the series, putting them to a 4-1 record. 10 points behind the LA Thieves at the end of their stint. Now let's talk about the Thieves versus Cloud9. In the off season, if Cloud9 does not make Cloud9's not making champs, but in the off season after EWC, I feel like if Cloud9 were to put their resources behind Crimp, I feel like that would be the best logical option. And the reason why I'm saying this is because in the Rewind Search and Destroy, my boy Crimp, he is popping off like nothing, like he's playing pubs. Like I believe he was, I know he was on a 9 streak. I believe he went on 10 streak too. I believe, I could be wrong, but it's like when he got to 9 streak, I thought, holy crap, he's about to break the S&D record. But Thieves, they bring it back, get the job done in the Rewind, and in the Vault, it wasn't even close. Thieves, they literally played with their food. At the end, Capstol's just saying slack-jawed, speechless at what the Thieves did to him and his team. Now, Royal Ravens versus Heretics. I picked Heretics, and it was a blowout in maps 1 and 3. Let's talk about this. Team chemistry, is it chalked? Maybe not. Is there struggle? Yes. Is the chemistry not clicking? I do see it not clicking, and the person I'm going to point out that I feel is just significantly struggling is Rex. I'm sorry, but I feel like if you had stuck out with Vivid until the end of the season, you probably wouldn't be having problems. Yes, they were regressing, but they were still. It's like the way I see it is teams will have peaks and valleys, and yeah, Ravens were definitely in a valley or an all-time low, I feel like, but yeah. GG's to Heretics. They get this done in a 3-0 fashion. All right. Let's talk about the Surge versus Ultra map. This week for Ultra, they go on a 0-6. Basically, they go on a 1-6 map count for this weekend, and I don't know whether it was just an off weekend for Ultra or what, but the only map they took was in an insane, and I do mean an insane comeback on the red card hardpoint, and Beans, he gets a filthy 1v3 on Rewind with a 1 pump, and Surge, they force the round 11. It's like, okay, and then from the protocol control and Hasi hardpoint, Surge were just in the driver's seat. Now, into Sunday we go. So, Boston versus Gelmates. This was an absolute awakening, giga awakening masterclass. Yes, Gelmates, they play him close in the map 3, but it was just, it felt like a snooze fest. Like, I knew Boston was going to win, but it's like, at this point, certain players on jailmates are just trying to play for their spot for next season. All right, now this one. OpTic versus Ultra. So OpTic, they burned the timer on the Vault hardpoint and steal the map from Ultra with a 4-point victory. All I kept thinking was, holy shit, what the hell? The last time I've seen Ultra get time loss was against FaZe when they faced off against each other at the major. Yeah, it was Major 2, and they get timed out by time lost by FaZe, who literally steal that back part of P2, and they win it by 1 point. And all I was thinking was, holy crap. Okay. And in the protocol control dominant OpTic 3-0 victory, GG's to them. And for the final series of the day, let's talk about Surge versus Rocker. So Surge, they comfortably beat Rocker on maps 1 and 4. Kenny in the Rewind, Search, and Destroy goes on a 11-0 streak. He doesn't even die. It was a masterclass out Rocker on the Rewind. So props to them. Gritty round 5 in protocol control in favor of Surge. So yeah, GG's to them, and let's talk about how Major 4 is being set up. So here's what the standings are looking like going into Major 4. These versus FaZe are battling for the number 1 and number 2 seeds, and Ultra and Surge are battling for 3 and 4 seeds, and everybody else just from 5 through 8, I think, aren't really going to battle too much. I could see Boston Breach versus OpTic going to war against each other, maybe Heretics and Ravens, but Ravens have been on a downward spiral, so not sure how that one will turn out. And here are the KD leaders for Major 4. Celium with a 1.32. The last time he was like this, I think it was Cold War. So him being the KD leader again, this all has the trappings of FaZe winning Major 4. I'm calling it now. FaZe will win Major 4. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when you look at how Celium is playing in his comfortability, it's like he's bad. It's like you want to try and mess with Celium, but Celium is going to mess with you. And finally, the Major 4 schedule, we're going to be at Dreamhack, which means that we are not going to have a Thursday for matches. Like, this is going to be OG COD style, where we have multiple streams going of all the matches. So this gives me like BO4 type of vibes for champs, where you have multiple streams for teams try and get into champs bracket and stuff. The matches I really am curious to see how are going to play are definitely Thieves versus Surge, and I feel like I want to say Thieves versus Surge and OpTic versus Ultra are definitely going to be matches you want to keep your eye on. And since it says 12:30 p.m. Central Time, it'll be 1:30 p.m. 1 p.m. EST, depending on where you are. So I'm excited to see how it all goes and see what happens. So going into my power rankings, I've got FaZe versus Thieves. FaZe and Thieves in S tiers, who are more than likely going to be your major winners. In A tier, sorry. In A tier, I've got Fighting for Sundays, which are Heretics, Ultra, and Surge. The reason why I threw Surge and Ultra down is from S tiers because they haven't really shown me that they could win win a major. It's like, yeah, Surge has been in back-to-back grand finals, but top two. In Ultra, they've not even come close to getting into a grand final. Like, top three is their best ceiling they've had. So for dark horses, I'm going to put OpTic and Breach in the dark horse. So for B. For C tier, I've got Carolina, Cloud9, and Rocker. For I don't know how they are going to perform. Like, could I see them making runs? Yes, but it all depends on the bracket and how it turns out. And finally, D tier, these guys are literally just chalked in, are basically a bye win or an easy win at this point, so nothing really to talk about for them. Let me know in the comments section who you guys think are going to take Major 4 and what your thoughts are going into Major 4, and I will catch you on Wednesday for the predictions. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching, and sorry for a longer podcast episode. I had a lot more to talk about, so thanks so much, guys. Love you all. Have a great night, great day wherever you are, and peace out.